and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 26th day of March, the 10th day of Nissan. Here we go. I want to explain to you a couple of interesting ways in which Pesach is celebrated in a different way than Sukkos is celebrated. Before I even begin, I should tell you that there are comparisons, important comparisons between the two. Just like on Pesach, the only time that you have to eat matzah, the rest of Pesach you could just choose to eat no bread, no matzah. But on the first night of Pesach, you have to eat matzah. And similarly, there is a comparison told to us by the rabbis that the 15th of Nisan is strongly compared to the 15th of Tishrei, and the two holidays are compared. And just like you have to eat matzah on the first night of Pesach, you also have to sit in your sukkah on the first night of Sukkos, even if it's raining, and you have to at least go in there for a little bit. But now to the differences. Differences are when you get to the last days of Sukkos, you say a Shehecheyanu bracha on Kiddush. You say a Shehecheyanu bracha when you light the candles of the last Yontif days of Sukkos. And when you get to the last Yontif days of Pesach, there's no Shehecheyanu. The man who says Kiddush on the last two nights of Pesach, no Shehecheyanus. It's not considered like a new thing that you're doing. And the lady who lights the candles on the last nights of Pesach makes no Shehecheyanu when she lights the candles. So why that difference? One explanation is very simple, and it is that Pesach is one long holiday. And because it's one long holiday, if you've already said Shehecheyanu at the beginning of your holiday for that new Pesach feeling, well, that's it. You've done it at the beginning of Pesach, and that's it for the entire Pesach. You do say it again on the second night of Pesach, but that's because the second night is sort of treated as a kind of like a do-over of the first night. But when you get to the last days of Pesach, it's considered like, no, we've already introduced Pesach, and we had our do-over on the second night, and when we get to the last days of Pesach, there's nothing newish happening here, and therefore no Shehecheyanu recited at Kiddush of the last days of Pesach, and no Shehecheyanu on the candle lighting on the last day of Pesach. Sukkos, on the other hand, is quite different. Sukkos is a holiday that goes all the way up until the end of Hoshana Rabbah, and that's the holiday of Sukkos. And then Shmini Atzeres was God saying to the Jews, I'd like to celebrate a added-on Yontif here that's new, that's not really Sukkos. You don't really have to biblically sit in your sukkah on Shmini Atzeres. And so Shmini Atzeres is like a new holiday, and because it's a new holiday, you totally have to make Shehecheyanu. It's not Sukkos anymore when it's Shmini Atzeres. Look at the insert that you say in the holidays of Sukkos. You say B'yom Shmini Atzeres. You don't call it Sukkos anymore. So therefore, of course, you need a Shehecheyanu on the last days of Sukkos and no Shehecheyanu on the last days of Pesach. Now, one more interesting difference between the two holidays is that all of the days of Sukkos we say the full Hallel, and yet we do not do that on all of the days of Pesach. On Pesach, we're going to say the full Hallel on the first Yom Tov, which includes the first 2 days. And then for all of the last days of Pesach, we will say that Hallel that we call half Hallel with 2 paragraphs missing. And the reason, again, is because they don't function exactly the same. Each and every day of Pesach has the exact same sacrifice brought. And therefore, it's all considered one Yom Tov. And there's no new sandwiching of a second yontif added on the end. And Sukkos is very, very different. Every single day of Sukkos, including the day of Shmini Atzeres, has its own special sacrifice, a different sacrifice for each day. So each one has the kind of oomph of a new holiday beginning. So there's a full Hallel at the beginning of Pesach, a full Hallel at the beginning of Sukkos. But then when you get to Sukkos, where each day is a new thing, a new thing, a new thing, a new thing, so they get their full, Yom Tov celebration and a full entire Hallel. But when you get to the last days of Pesach, you're not celebrating a new sacrifice, a new sacrifice, a new special day. You're just celebrating one long package called Pesach that's all the same. And that's one of the reasons that there's only a half a Hallel on the ending days of Pesach. Also, you should just note that the last days of Pesach signify, of course, when the splitting of the sea happened, when many Egyptians drowned, and that is a mild downer to us because we can't. God Himself said, my creations are sinking in the sea. My Egyptian creations are sinking in the sea. That brings down somewhat the giantness of the celebration of. Of course, we celebrate Kriyas Yamsuf, but it's a little bit downed by that, and that too affects how we view the Hallel of the last days of Pesach. Well, that was a lot and a long one. Hope I didn't overwhelm you. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. A couple more laws for Pesach as Pesach comes closer and closer. Bye bye.